From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Today, we continue on this Wild Card Sunday. It's the Washington Commanders and the Seattle Seahawks.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
With my partner Greg Olsen, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go from Lumen Field. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Man in motion here is Tucker. Slot man gonna move in motion left.
Ready?
They'll run. It's the man from Virginia Tech, Hazel Tinton. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this thing.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Man in motion here is Tucker.
Ready?
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Trap 50, trap 50.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked up by Reek Mullins. And the Seahawks are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Ready, break. Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let's go.
They'll go play action with Milroe. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
And he'll be taken down. They have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. Takes it all the way down inside the 2. Sets up 1st and goal.
70.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go, take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Commanders, nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And he will not attempt to return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll begin here on the ground. Have to push through that one tackler, but he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19, cut 19, cut 19. Buffalo 18, 76, track 60. 19, 5 here.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Cougar 19. 19, Lions. Ready?
3rd and short, and it's Daniels. He's got his tight end. That's Sinnott. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Throwing on 2nd down. Daniel. Set up the screen here for Tootin. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Ready, ready.
Here's a 3rd and 10.
Ready. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Play action. Here's Daniels. That'll be complete to Tootin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
And I think this is going to be a matchup they exploit the rest of the game. They go to it here early to test it. And I think with those results, it's something they should continue to come back to, because I'm not sure the defense has a matchup for that running back.
Get it. Franco 80. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
To the ground, a 1st down run. The hole closes quickly. They'll pick up about 3. 2nd down, they need 7. They'll go play action here with Daniels. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's close to the goal line. Took a big shot at the end. but he indeed will have them set up for first and goal. Shooting, and he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. So now then, first and goal from the 1. It's the quarterback with a sneak. Looking to squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the plane. They're going to mark him short. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Let's go now. Viking 18.
The motion man here is McClure.
Rig alert, rig alert. Steady.
On the zone read, here's Daniels. Trying to find a crease in that massive humanity, but he's going to come up short.
Brings up third and
Hey,
goal.
smash rush, alert, alert.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's not going to get in. Tackled at the line. It'll bring up fourth and goal. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. This would be a big loss, and we'll see if he can continue here in the divisional round. This has been quite the drive. 3 points, kind of feel like a letdown. So they're going to go for it here on fourth and goal. And try to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Love. He's to the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Seattle. What a stunning turn of events. Greg, looks like they're going in for the score. Instead, they bring it back the other way for the pick six.
Yeah, I mean, how fast the tables can turn in the NFL, Mike. I mean, 1 minute, as you said, you're rolling the dice, thinking you got a chance to go and get 6. Next thing you know, you're watching the other team take it all the way the other way for a touchdown.
And this one is no good. He has missed the extra point. Keep that one in mind. We'll see if that comes into play as we go along this afternoon.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's the second of 3 games here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on her. And a friendly bounce there. They will get excellent field position to start as this kicks out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 36 yards. And the Seahawks will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Will Lutz on for the point after. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Commanders 0. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First, and oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 55 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Just an unbelievable start. Less than a minute in, they're already up 2 touchdowns.
You talk about getting out of the gate fast. I mean, beyond fast. That's warp speed, isn't it? To jump up with 2 scores like that in less than a minute's time, your confidence has to be elevated.
I haven't even found the right height for my chair yet. I'm still adjusting.
You mean you found a way to sit down?
I did, yeah.
Wow, you're quick.
At least I got that accomplished.
I'm still standing watching this occur.
Now the Seahawks are going to elect to go for 2 here.
The Seahawks
They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Seahawks 13. Commanders nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have a Commanders first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Come on. Come with this. Come on, lady.
Off the play fake. Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Set. Yep, 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a round run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
2. 60 Maverick. 6, 7, 18. 5 years.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. A third down gain of 19.
Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Back. 19 Lions. 79 Broncos. Steady.
Daniels looking to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here's second and 10.
Get it. Dragon 60. Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lane.
On the ball.
Third and 4.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Makes it third and 4.
To the air goes Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Commanders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good for a Commanders
Hurt.
first down.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
First and goal, Washington.
Ready.
Turton. He can't get him down. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run. And that's a nice job there, getting the safeties involved in run support.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Come on. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Check up.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score.
For the extra point.
Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 13-7.
Commanders 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Running left is Walker. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6.
Let's go. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Caught it up. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
Ready, set.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 4.
Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Got a man, it's Brown. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
19, Charger.
On the bootleg, it's Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go.
Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Ready,
2nd down and 8.
Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles.
Now they'll change things up.
Ready.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
You're not. Panther 60. Panther 60. Hey, Crash.
And they'll They'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Come on. Cowboy 80.
Now they'll run on the ball. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back over the line of scrimmage.
19 Tiger.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Okay,
this is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
70 Timberwolves. 70 Rangers. 7 Pirates.
Here's Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. In motion left, the tight end.
On 4th down, here's Daniels.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 3 yards out.
And the Commanders take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
Point after, right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
14. Seahawks 13. Harrison Davis to kick off.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity. For them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 64 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Ready?
They'll set up the throw. This is intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give them the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And they go play action. Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
2nd and 10.
Go street. Cowboy 80. Ready?
To throw is Daniels.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
Come on, come on. Set. Hawk 70, Hawk 7, 19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Hey, Chris. 70 range. Ranger, 70 Ranger.
A final shot before break. Daniels slings this deep from McLaurin. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. 1 man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Well, special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go now. Panther 11, Panther 60, Panther 60.
Back to throw. Daniels. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that 2nd level and 3rd, and that's what they were able to exploit.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Play action. Now it's Daniels. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Let's go. Trick the Eagles. Trick the Eagles. Trap 50. Trap 50. 79 Broncos. Ready?
From the gun on third down, Daniels. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
18 Cardinals. Hey, Trash. Check.
First down, he'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers. 19 tight. Steady.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third.
60 Bison.
Off the play fake. Daniels.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Julian Love picks it.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. His zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Panther 60.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on second down.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. He finds his man complete. It's Horton.
And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Now here's Michael Dixon, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. On the return, it springs him for 25.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up yards and snagging a big takeaway. But here, they get not just a takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance and put it at the 1. If they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Ernest Jones.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. A pretty decent gain on a tough run before he's brought down at the 25.
73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Here's Walker.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Here we go. Shot.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now a run here off the arc. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack.
Deputy! Bronco 80!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Second and a couple.
Here we go. Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Daniels.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Ben sent it
From 6 yards away.
And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
31. Commanders 21. Harrison Beavis to kick
So the
off.
lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 14.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. They hit the out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
Well, it was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Check smash! Check smash! Dragon 60!
Again, he'll drop the throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28.
Washington, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Trap 60! Panther 11! Panther 11!
Back to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Tag! Cougar 19! Ready?
Again, it's Walker. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That's taken in by Arroyo. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds and keeps the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
Not an inning rush offensively. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for us. For my